Hello, everyone.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon.
Welcome. Today we have Rich and Victoria, of course. And Stephanie will be joining us for some Sandersprints, although you're welcome to read anything that you feel like reading. But since we're all involved with these Brandon Sanderson read-alongs, we have lots of Brandon Sanderson to read. Except for Rich, who has finished everything, I think.
Well, I'm actually reading the preview chapters to Wind and Truth.
Hey, okay, cool. You found something.
How many are out?
Because
you said you read you already read like 6 chapters, right?
Yeah, he's up to chapter 32.
Oh wow.
Which was just published a week ago. So I think they're still coming out.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot to put online. Like that's a lot of chapters to put online for free.
Well, that'd be a lot if it weren't a Stormlight book.
Good point. Good point.
That's true. True.
That's probably all still in the first fifth of the book.
Yeah, that's like 2% of the book, right?
Yeah. Oh, John's here at 5 a.m. his time. Wow. That's awesome. Thanks, John. Thanks for coming.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. And Emily, hello. Oh, Dawnshard.
Excellent. That is such a fun little...
I love Dawnshard.
Fun little ditty.
Is that one... Are you supposed to read that one after Oathbringer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I haven't read it yet. I need to read it after Oathbringer.
I don't know. Well, they actually aren't that. Most of these books, most of those chapters are only like 15-20 minutes on audio. The prologue is long. The prologue was like an hour, and it was good. It was good.
Oh, I'm excited to check that out. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello. Hey, Stephanie.
Sorry if you were waiting long.
No, I just got here.
Okay, cool.
I went out to take my trash out, and one of my neighbors caught me, and I'm like, this is not a good time.
Oh, friendly neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome.
Welcome, Penny.
Okay.
Yeah. So 36 chapters in is probably like in the first 344 pages.
Yeah, it's a long book.
Crazy.
Oh, 'tis the season.
I have to do that this week too. I'm excited to finally do that.
Yeah, I'm waiting till after Thanksgiving just because I bought a bunch of fall decorations. So I'm like, I want to see what I bought, but I'm like really ready to put up Christmas too.
Christmas can run all the way into January.
Exactly.
Oh, yay, Kevin. Nice. This is your first time through. Nice. Exciting.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
It's so fun, that first read. And you're actually about the same place as Emily. She's reading Dawnshard, which comes right after Oathbringer. So it's a fun little book.
Yes.
Nice.
I wish I could read them all for the first time again. It's just so special.
That's like really close to when we started rereading the series, Kevin. Did we start in January, Victoria? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was it January?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been reading it concurrently, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you there, Emily. I totally get that.
Yeah,
you guys have been having a rough time of it this year.
You really have.
It's just hard. It's a hard time in education land. It's just a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys are both, I think, in somewhat secondary. I mean, they're not the same thing because like Emily's more special ed, and of course you're doing music, but they're kind of they're both less mainstream. Although, well, they both have challenges, just different ones.
I'm sure some similar and some different.
Oh, see, Kevin, you're just
Oh,
same
nice.
thing. So these people
you're
on
doing
stream
what I
with me
did.
convinced me to read both series this year. So we're going through the same journey. They're all rereads for me, but I just finished The Lost Metal.
It's 2024 is just the year of Sanderson for a lot of people, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every time a new Stormlight book is coming out, everybody's like, reread everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when Stormlight 10 comes out? It'll be like the 3-year saga to get ready.
Right.
So true.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna hit up, what is it, 17th Shard?
Yeah.
To just read summaries to get caught up.
The Coppermind.
Yes, Coppermind. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
I think there's also, there's never just one,
Right.
There's got to be at least 3 wikis for everything.
True.
I'm just afraid to look up any summaries that might spoil me for something I haven't read, because I haven't read most of Mistborn 2 and I haven't read Secret History. I'm just terrified I'm gonna look up a summary for Rhythm of War, but then also find something else that I'm like, wait, I didn't know that though.
And it's becoming a risk now because the series are starting to do this a bit more.
Yeah, so I'm like, I have to get through more of Mistborn Era 2 before I look online too much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Even as early as Oathbringer, I think you get some Era 2-ish epigraphs starting.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't realize that.
No,
I must have missed it.
A character you know and love has an epigraph or 2.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Oh wow. Yeah. I feel like special ed is one of those that is always short staffed. Is that right? Unfortunately. Or at least it was when I was teaching. I feel like they were always looking for good special ed teachers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, believe that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
That is.
That's a smart way to do it.
I feel like there's so many orders.
Yeah.
It can get overwhelming.
They all have pros and cons.
It's not strictly necessary for most of the books, but the last year or two, anything that's come out in the last year or two, the publication order starts to matter more.
Yeah.
At least for Stormlight and Mistborn, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm still in the first quarter of Oathbringer. I'm almost done with the first quarter, but I was hoping to be far into Rhythm of War already by now.
I was definitely hoping to at least be in Oathbringer by now. But I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not even in Words of Radiance.
That's what sprints are for.
I'd say, Kevin, I can introduce you to my Lord and Savior, the spreadsheet.
Yes. Yes, Rich has an amazing spreadsheet. And I'm still horrible. You shared it with me, and then Rhythm of War, we had our live show a week or 2 ago, and I read most of that book 2 days before the live show because I just waited until the last minute.
I'm glad you have the power to do it. I can't do that, so I have to.
Well, fortunately, work was slow because I'm still not licensed in all the states we work yet. So I was like, thank goodness I don't have much work, or I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Oh man. Ooh, me too, Stacy.
I like that.
Same.
And it's nice to see everybody's updates in all the Discords, no matter what place they're in.
Yeah.
It's so fun to follow all of those.
Yeah, Stacy has the best theories.
She does.
I have so enjoyed seeing Stacy's journey through Stormlight.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing good work then. Thank you for doing that. We need
Absolutely.
you.
Oh, good question.
Probably not, but
Yeah.
I doubt it. But I haven't read all of Winds and Truth yet, but I doubt it.
Yeah, true. I guess we haven't read it yet, but
I would agree with that. I think it's just a fun one.
Somewhere I said was that the best place to read Sunlit Man is after Rhythm of War. I'm not sure if that's completely canon. But somebody said that that would be the place to read it is after Rhythm of War.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't know how essential it's set like late Cosmere, like so late that it's almost disconnected from everything else. But the more you've read, the more you'll appreciate what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited to get to that one. Ever since I read the description, I was like, I need to read Sunlit Man. Now I know where to read.
I think it's like set like Mistborn era 4 or later.
It was so fun though. I feel like that was just a fun one to read.
That's the only secret project I haven't read yet.
I still haven't read the second one because it's gotten such mixed reviews. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
I will. I will speak for it. I really think people were harder on it than necessary. I did enjoy it. I think the online community really kind of tore it apart, and I don't think it really deserved that completely. Like it's definitely not. It's definitely not Cosmere at all. But it's fun. It's a fun experiment. It's a very fun writing experiment is how I kind of saw it. It was like a Sanderson writing experiment. And I thought it was fun.
Okay. Well, I think going in with tempered expectations like that would help then.
Yeah. Did you enjoy have you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I really liked that one, yeah.
Then you might like
think you'll like I think you'll like The Frugal Wizard. It's got very much that vibe. Of course, he says it was no. Actually, I'm thinking. Never mind. I'm thinking Tress. It's definitely got that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, we had a question. How many books has Brandon Sanderson written? And it won't let me click on it. So
I'm gonna guess 50.
So in 2023. The count was 71 books.
Oh, wow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And some of them are like novellas and stuff like that.
That's actually more than I thought. That's crazy.
Yeah. Novellas.
Yes.
Oh, and all those, what are they? The evil librarians of Alcatraz or something?
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, I want his picture book really badly. I need to get his picture book.
Oh.
It looks so cute.
The boring one.
Yeah, the most boring book in the world or something.
Yeah.
Looks so fun.
Tony's here. Hi, Tony. Welcome. Wow. Every chapter.
All
right.
He's outdone me.
That's awesome.
So cool.
That sounds really
fun. Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that might be the best place to put it if you're reading sequentially.
SM?
Sunlit Man.
Sunlit Man.
Oh, Sunlit Man. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was.
There's also.
I'm just.
Oh goodness.
There's also. Yes.
Oh, it's Lucy.
Yeah. She.
Hi, Lucy.
I would say hi. Rose just jumped off my lap. She was actually saying most of that intro.
She's not camera ready today.
I held her up. The first time she kind of really yelped. The second time she just sat and purred and
I think that's the only one I've read too of the secret projects. I need to get on it.
That's a good one.
That's a good one to read.
That was just a treat. It was nice.
I mean,
I don't think it matters so much for reread.
yeah.
It's not like you're getting spoiled. And sometimes you read things at different times. Like, I feel like I made some connections because I was going back and forth between Mistborn and Stormlight so much. First of all, I think it helped with my fatigue on both series. And I feel like I was, because I just happened to be reading this with this, you kind of make some connections. So it's a different experience no matter which way you do it. So I would change it up.
Yeah.
Read according to your gut, whatever you feel like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Welcome. Let us know what you're all reading today if you feel like it. I know some of you already have.
After Wheel of Time, before Cosmere. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That's an interesting way to connect them.
Yeah.
Penny's excited about Lucy.
Yes.
Penny,
Well-
sorry you missed Rose earlier. Pre-stream, I was holding her up. If she comes back over, I'll put her on.
Yes, we love all the pet sightings.
Welcome. Awesome. It's definitely a fantasy stream today. It's obvious today. So, Rich, you're reading Wind and Truth preview chapters.
Yes.
Overachiever.
Okay.
This is my only hope of like getting ahead of, because everybody else that day that drops, they're gonna like finish the book in a week, and I'll still have 3 weeks to go. So
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember Rhythm of War came out, and Michael Nipp like wanted to read the whole thing in like 2 days to get out there and get in there with the theories, and I'm like, more power to you.
What are you reading today, Victoria?
Well, I am 80% through Way of Kings. It has taken me the whole year to get here. But you know, we've just embraced it, and that's where we are.
Awesome. You're getting really close. Do you think you can finish it by the end of the year?
I think so. Yeah.
Go, Victoria.
You know, Victoria, this is good. You're gonna be right there when book 6 comes out.
Yeah. A book a year, I'll make it by book 6.
Aww.
How about you, Stephanie? What are you reading today?
I'm doing a buddy read with Dia for Still Glides the Stream, and I'm now 2 days behind. So I'm going to try to catch up on those.
Yes. Excellent.
I keep falling asleep. It's so cozy.
So
This
is the right
Christian,
time.
did you say what you're reading?
I have, let's see, I have 2 options. So I have The Last Metal, and I'm a little farther than this bookmark because I've been listening to it. So I'm like 75% of the way through it. So I might read this, or I also have Mistborn Secret History that I'm also I got the audiobooks at the same time, which was a mistake. So I'm like, oh, which one do I read first? So yeah.
That's a kind of long novella too. I mean,
it's not a novella.
yeah, I thought it was like a short story. I had it in my head that it's like a short story, but it's
I did not remember how long it was or all the crazy stuff that happens in it. I'm sure I've read it before, but it is crazy.
It's got
I was like
4 parts to it or something like that.
Yeah. I do not think that I understood what was going on the first time I read this because there's so much that's blowing my mind. Can't wait to discuss on the next live stream on Tiffany's channel.
I hope I took good notes.
I know.
Yeah, because when did you read it, Rich?
That was a couple of weeks ago, so
That's not
I
too
wrote
bad.
down notes, but Oh, thanks, Dia. You can barely hear me. I'll take a look at that.
Is that coming up this week, like next weekend? Is that when our live stream is for that?
It is like on the 1st. I feel like
I need to get on those. Okay.
Yes, you could do it. I really love. I mean, the endings of these are always so good.
They are, and I have the audiobooks. I just need to get going.
You can do it.
At least it's not a Stormlight book.
Yes. So you didn't have the Stormlight discussions, and were you hosting the last one? Yeah. If you're the host, it's like I'd have to finish it.
I told everyone, I was like, I need help. I'm brain dead. But it was good. So I think the next one's on Roger's channel in like January, so I have plenty of time.
Oh, good. January that's enough time.
Yeah.
Did you see this, Rich?
I did. I just tweaked it. I don't know if that's any better or not, but I think that's a problem a lot of people wish they had. But is that any better, or I can?
I feel like it got worse because I could hear you fine before, but now you're really sound. Yeah.
Okay, I can boost better. It a little bit. I just don't want it to get too noisy.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Great.
Cool. Okay, and then excellent. Stephen King.
Nice.
I did not hear this.
I saw that on somebody's Discord.
Oh my gosh.
Like on accident they got out? Like they got leaked, or there were arcs?
Wow.
Because I know he was signing arcs.
Well, and I think sometimes Barnes & Noble puts out books early.
Oh.
I don't know if it was Barnes & Noble this time, but I know they've done it in the past.
Oh.
Wow. That is wild. Imagine being someone who got like a pre-order early or something. You got
We're like straight
now.
What? No, that would be amazing.
All right. Woo, go Stephanie. Yes.
I know I've got so many Dia messages to catch up on. I'm so excited.
Oh, North and South.
I love North and South.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's just automatically like my heart.
She's so good.
Aw.
And oh yeah, Dia says she can hear you now, Rich. Excellent.
Very good. I assume that's good. I think there are always people wish they could hit the mute button, but
no. Why do you think we invited you? It's because we love talking to you.
There you go. It's for the cat pictures, I know.
You got us. But honestly though, your bird pictures and your flower pictures.
Oh, they're always nice to see.
And you go out and take more bird pictures. Been slacking.
All right. Well, do you guys want to do our first sprint? Okay. So how long do you guys feel like doing? Like, do you like a longer sprint, or do you want to start with something shorter? We could do like 20 or 30 minutes.
I think, we have a visitor. I think maybe 30 or more. Like, because I feel like sometimes with Sanderson, it takes a minute to get.
Yeah. And we end up talking so much that it's like, if we do longer sprints, you know.
Hi.
Hi.
He says hi.
Aww.
Are you going to read Sanderson with us?
No.
No. He's like, no, I don't think
honest.
He's more of a north and south kind of guy.
Yeah.
Fair.
Lots of Sandra love.
And he's famous. He doesn't even know it.
I know.
All right. Why don't we go then until the hour? we can start off with.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, let's do that. All right, I'll see you guys on the other end.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Welcome back.
My camera. Get my audio working here.
Oh, Tiffany stopped by. She says,
Yay.
just popping in to say hello. She started the last medal finally. Woo! So she's been listening to it while she cleans and gets ready to go out of town tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool.
Rose is looking at me suspiciously as if I'm going to pick her up or do something she doesn't want to do.
Cute.
Oh, Stephanie, your setting is so cozy.
Oh, thank you.
Did you move or were you there the whole time?
Nice.
I was here the whole time. I just had my camera like off.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
How did you do with your reading, Stephanie?
Good. I'm 2 paragraphs short of finishing Thursday's chapters, so I'm almost 1 day behind. So I'm getting caught up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not bad. We'll do a longer sprint next time so you can finish it all up.
Yeah. It's really good. It's just so cozy.
That's awesome. Does that mean are you and Dia enjoying it?
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good.
It's really, really good.
Yay. How did you do, Victoria?
Good. Kaladin just met Hoyd for the first time, so I'm enjoying that scene.
That's always fun. Hi, Rose.
The white paws.
A cozy friend.
Yeah, she was reluctant, but she's purring, so that's a good sign.
Like, oh, they compliment me. I like this.
I don't have the pill gun, so.
Aw.
The queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you do with your reading, Rich? What? I missed it.
I heard a little meow.
Yes. Yeah, she does her little those.
Yeah.
Aw.
Emily, I agree. It's all about the destination.
Yes.
It's all about the destination.
I feel that.
Nice.
I was waiting for your comment, Penny.
Yes.
She was speaking just to you, Rose, or Penny. Yeah, I hate decorating. Decorations are nice to look at, but they are not fun at all to deal with.
A trill.
Yes.
There you go. That's a good description of it.
Yeah.
How did your reading go, Rich?
I got through about like a chapter and a half, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
A lot of these chapters aren't super, super long. The Sanderson humor is strong.
Yes. That's exciting.
Nice.
And she is shedding fur like crazy. So I'm going to have to put her down before I choke to death. I'll let her sit on my lap. That's just like, well, you can't stop petting now that you started.
Right.
I hope you don't have cat allergies.
I suspect I actually have them slightly.
Oh no.
Hence the reason why I have like an air purifier in every room. I skipped my loratadine today. I'm kind of trying to, I don't want to take it just all year long, but I'm trying to see if I'm past leaf season or not.
The way you're rubbing your eyes made me think of my mom because she's allergic to cat hair.
Oh.
Well, and there's also giant wads of it, so
Yeah.
at some point, like having hair in your nose and everything is
Right.
surprised you can't see it like floating in front of the camera.
How did everybody in the chat do? Emily said she got to 236 and pulled out the decorations. So very productive.
I know. I was reading off my monitor and then getting too distracted, so then I switched to my tablet. And then I was getting distracted by the exposure, so I put the camera on manual exposure so it'll stop driving me nuts. And probably everybody else too.
Honestly, it's beyond me and I didn't notice. Your equipment is so much better. I'm just on my work laptop.
That's my bird camera. You know, it's not real. It's definitely overkill for video stream.
How did you do, Christy?
Oh, good. I finished or read one chapter, and then I was like, I need to go back and reread some chapters that I was just listening to because some stuff happened, and I think I missed some things. So I'm going back and rereading, which is nice. This is why I love sprints, because it gives me a chance to do that kind of reading, which is a little bit more like normally I just read Sanderson for like relaxation, you know? So I'm not like brain fully engaged. I need to pay really close attention. But because we have a live stream, I want to pay really close attention. So kind of rereading certain sections.
There's a lot going on in that book.
There is. It's like Super Smash Brothers of Cosmere.
It is.
It's amazing. I love it.
That's a good way to put it.
It's funny. I posted in the Discord a Super Mario Brothers meme based off of that book.
That's exactly
You'll eventually get to it.
Yes, that is exactly right. It's so good. I can see why Dia finished it and then went immediately back and reread it. I've had that in mind as I was reading it. Dia instantly reread it, so there must be a lot to pay attention to.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'll save all my reactions for the actual show, but I will say I enjoyed it more on the reread. The first read I was kind of, you know, it was because it just goes in so many new directions and there's a lot of new elements thrown in. This time I feel like they work better. Like some of the things I was more critical of the first time, I was actually less critical of this time.
Interesting.
I think this is my favorite of the whole era too. Really
wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's so many elements from other stories. It's just really fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely, it's starting to turn like into the Avengers.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly right. You can tell Brandon Sanderson watches movies and analyzes them.
Yeah, well, that was one of my criticisms, Rich, because I felt like it kind of lost, we were losing track of the Allomancy stuff a little bit because they're adding all this new stuff. But I kind of thought about it, and you know, well, again, we'll talk about it when we talk about it. But you know, maybe it's just, you know, we've kind of explored that, and now we're ready to see this is a way of changing things up a little bit.
Right. I mean, I feel like he has really explored Allomancy in all of Mistborn. He's explored it really thoroughly. So adding all these new elements is actually kind of exciting for me because Allomancy is not my favorite magic system. So throwing in all these other things is like, it's really livening it up for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested in what you think of Early Wind and Truth, because of course I can't know where it's going, but he's started a lot of new stuff in this book actually, and I had mixed feelings because it's like I feel like, gosh, there's so much of the existing stuff we still haven't explored, and now we're throwing more stuff in. But you know, my feeling, and I said this in Discord this morning, is that this is kind of like one of those books. It's like Wheel of Time. It's like a series where you feel like or like Lord of the Rings, where you only see about 10% of the entire world, and it still makes for a great story. But at least it feels like you could write another 50 stories in the same setting. That's kind of where Stormlight seems to be going, because it seems like we're halfway through the series and we barely explored the world, even just the initial magic system. We've explored certain parts of it, but there's other parts that we've barely seen.
Right. Oh boy, yeah, that Stormlight, I don't feel like we have explored super thoroughly yet, the magic system.
Yeah.
So with I feel like with Mistborn we have, but with Stormlight we haven't. So
Yeah, and he's kind of going in a very new direction with it. It seems. I mean, again, I'm like 7 chapters in, so what do I know? But
oh boy, exciting.
but it's also, it actually connects. Some of the stuff I've seen really ties in with Anthem, so I'm getting
I'm so excited for that.
Yes, I'll have to figure that
and
out.
it's actually shorter than Wind and Truth.
Hey,
There you go.
Doable.
Yes,
I think it's even a page shorter than The Way of Kings.
hey. In comparison, it'll be a breeze.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's how you're still thinking in 6 months.
But I must read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, catch it whenever you can catch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why
Feel free
they
to drop your
they-
thoughts in Discord if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Woo. Good job.
Nice. Halfway there.
Yes. Is anybody going to switch up their reading for the next sprint?
No.
Hey, nice.
I'm on a
We're all
mission.
committed.
On a
Yeah.
mission.
I know. I'm in the middle of Hoyd telling a story with his flute, so I have to get back to the story.
I love that scene.
Those
so
stories
much.
are always great. I mean, you said you're like at the 80% or
Yeah.
so mark, right? So I mean, that's like that. I mean, you can almost, it's hard to put the book down at that point.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like there's definitely the falling action is going to get faster and faster.
Yeah. Well, that book has such an epic,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
conclusion to it.
It does.
It does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Same.
I've been highlighting, I've been doing Kindle this time, so I've been highlighting a lot of things people are saying, and there's some stuff that Hoyd talks about in regards to himself and his own nature and stuff that he kind of drops these little clues and hints, and I've been highlight.
Yes.
I want to be able to go back to this.
I actually dropped a Hoyd quote in Tiffany's Discord, and it was actually one of the ones that really made me think of Anthem. So I'm excited.
He is. These characters are always fun. The fools.
Yeah.
Hoyd equals the fool.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to do another sprint? I feel like we're all like, I want to keep reading.
Yeah, I'm good with
scratches.
Do we
She
want
is
to
still just sitting on my lap.
Oh,
See, you have to keep reading. You can't go anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, I didn't put
Your
my
choice.
tablet too far away, so I think I can pet and read at the same time.
should we do until the hour again?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Sweet. Let's do it. Welcome back. How did you do, Rich?
Finished through chapter 9. I'll tell you, that was something else. I've only got 4 chapters left till the first set of interludes, although it seems so early. I suspect he stuck interludes in the middle of the parts, but I don't know.
Oh, nice. Wow, you're going to be so far ahead of us.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect I'll probably, by the time it comes out, it might be like close to the end of part 1 or something. You know, he's only releasing them so fast, but he like releases like 2 or 3 chapters every week.
And it appears that you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, this one, somebody who's using their words. It's good.
Nice. We'll have to make a Mad Lib out of it.
Maybe. I have to think about whether it works.
Oh, at this point, I don't know when we'll do the Rhythm of War Mad Libs because I haven't even started it yet. I need to like get into it a little bit before I can choose a scene.
Oh gosh, I would have to go back and pick a scene.
Yeah.
I have to read my notes. That was the other thing I did. I spent a few minutes going through and writing some Lost Metal notes because I actually hadn't. I'd been taking a few during the books, but I realized I hadn't actually taken notes after I'd finished, so I wanted to jot some things down before it completely leaves my mind.
I was doing the same thing, taking lots of notes. How did you do, Victoria?
Good. I was getting sleepy though. I was kind of like dozing, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta read."
Teacher and mother on the weekend. Were you the one who posted that on Instagram? I think that was you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably.
That was a cute reel.
And then the chapter that I'm in was not as like I was having a hard time getting into it too. So, I don't know. Whenever I get in a chapter that's like Adeline and he's just like talking to people and like hanging out. I've never been like super into his scenes all the time, but he has really good moments. But like, I was just having a hard time like being like, okay, what are they saying? Like, what's going on? And then I was sleepy.
Now, I don't want to be too spoilery, although with this crowd it's probably okay. But I wonder, you think that might be intentional? Like, so that he's not too likable.
Interesting.
Maybe. Because I know a lot of people weren't his biggest fans in book 1.
Yeah.
It's not that I dislike him as a character. I actually like him. I like him quite a bit as a character. But at least where I am right now, like his scenes are not super interesting.
Yeah.
He gets more interesting for sure.
Emily, we're talking about Adolin.
Yes. Tell us your thoughts on Adolin.
I'm an Adolin apologist. I love him.
I like a lot of his qualities. I like a lot about him.
I feel like I like him later. Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely improves.
He grew on me as a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He had a lot of growth to do when we first met him, but he promptly grew. So
yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Krista. In Tolstoy. Awesome.
I haven't heard of that one.
Tolstoy in the Purple Chair.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Are those two different things?
Yeah, at first I was like, "You're reading Tolstoy?" And then, it's one title.
Tolstoy in the Purple Chair sounds like some sort of character plot out of that anime we were watching.
Oh,
Stray Dogs or whatever.
yeah. If we can get more people on board, I want to watch Attack on Titan again.
Oh, that would be. I am always up for Attack on Titan.
I have to find.
Well, you've been reading the manga, I think, right? I don't know how far you made it, but
I'm in volume 15, I think.
Oh wow,
that's probably quite a ways. I haven't read the mangas, but I don't. But that's probably that sounds like it's got to be pretty far along.
It's pretty far along. The story has changed quite a bit from the beginning.
I read the first one.
Yes.
Need to continue.
Yeah. Don't worry, your head's only going to explode like 5 more times before you get to the end. And by the time you get to the end, it's like, what's this whole series about again? I like Emily's sort of interspersing of decoration.
Yes.
I like the update.
Great multitasking. The multitasking is impressive.
Yes. It's so perfect for the holiday season.
And 251 in Dawn Shard, you are almost there.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like delving for treasure and putting treasure up on the tree at the same time.
It's just occurring to me that just like Secret History and all of Brandon Sanderson's other novellas, Dawn Shard is going to be very long. It just hit me, the page count of 250. Dawn Shard is not short. Okay.
But it reads quickly because it's kind of it's a nice little adventure. It's kind of got like a snappy plot, but it's got some, like, it just does some exposition dives at a few points. Like the lore is,
I love those. Okay, that's exciting. I love Sanderson exposition.
Have you read Dawn Shard, Christy?
No, I haven't.
Oh wow!
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I'll be really interested in how you enjoy it, because it's just one of those. It's so funny because it's kind of goes out there in a different direction in a lot of ways. So it's not like it's almost optional, but it's like once you read it all, it's like, oh my goodness, this is like really big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Cherry, good character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Is that character in other things too?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I do remember that character very vaguely.
Yeah. I just remember having fun with Dawn Shard.
I don't think it's too spoiler to say the main character of Dawn Shard is Risen, who is an interlude character throughout the Stormlight books.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get to it. Yes. He is interesting in Oathbringer.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil things too much for anybody who hasn't read it. I'm trying to remember when exactly he does something that's like, whoa. I can't remember.
Words of Radiance.
Okay, maybe like the end of Words of Radiance.
Oh, it's like in the middle.
Oh, it's in the middle. Wow.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking.
And what I'm thinking, yeah.
That's why I think it's kind of intentional setup in that sense. Like his position in Wave Kings is a certain way for a reason.
Because I know I'm reading Oathbringer right now, and he's thinking about it a lot, and everybody's dealing with the fallout of his actions in Words of Radiance. So I was thinking it might.
Oh, you might be thinking of another event. That's at the end of Words of Radiance.
Okay, I was
thinking of something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
quite an
I know what you're thinking of. Okay, I do love that also in Words of Radiance.
This was a spoiler-free guessing game here.
If you know, you know. And if not, you're just looking at us like we're all crazy.
Let's move on.
So, Stephanie, how far did you get with your reading?
Yes.
I read a whole 12 pages and started a load of laundry, so it was very productive.
I did feed the cats at one point during that, so they're appreciative.
Yes.
Maybe we'll keep it to half an hour sprints so that we can remember or don't get distracted. Because I got distracted too briefly.
Yeah, and this one I think forces you to read a little bit slower. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Okay, good.
But
Good.
yeah.
How about you, Christy? How far did you go?
I read a couple chapters in The Lost Metal. I want to try and finish it today because my audiobook hold is going to be returned. But I also reread a couple chapters near the beginning, and I read a bunch. I read like in Arcanum Unbounded, like about the Scadrian system and the Taldane system, and like a couple of the introductions. Because they're just so meaty. So it's hard to read it when I'm falling asleep at night, but I really wanted to wrap my head around some of that because it's important for the Lost Metal and the Secret History. Those things are important. So, and I just learned about Silverlight, which I don't remember really grasping previously. So that was interesting.
Silverlight, which planet is that?
It's not in any of the books. It's in the cognitive realm, and we haven't been there in a story.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's like a city.
Yeah.
Something. Okay, yeah.
I did not remember it at all.
Well, I will say I saw a comment by Books and Jams, and your channel title and Edge Dancer are probably going to go together pretty well.
Okay.
So Tolstoy and the Purple Chair is one title. Got it. It's just like your comment.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, I like that.
That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
A literary memoir. Reading and reviewing a book every day. That's like, wow. That's impressive.
That sounds almost like purgatory.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy it, but it's like kind of like it's like being forced to eat 47 brownies a day or something. You
can't get out of the
For a
purple
year.
chair. You have to sit in the purple chair all day and read.
That's pretty impressive. I don't think I could even do half that many books in that year. Wow. Yes. He starts out pretty arrogant in Words of Way of Kings. And then you see him growing. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh, I see.
Oh, what was that?
Sorry, I'm reading out of. I'm reacting out of order. I should let you put them up before I start reacting. I saw something Emily said.
Okay. Oh, nice. That's very Christmassy.
Mm-hmm.
Such a classic.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is where I think, Jams and Edge Dancer I could see definitely jiving.
She actually, Jams refers to something to do with nails. Like originally when she started her channel, it had something to do with nails. I think they're called jams or something. So that's actually not what you think.
I was thinking a different sort of jam. I think Lift is also thinking a different sort of jam.
See, I was thinking like music.
I was too.
Ah. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, Krista. I feel like I've heard you tell that story a couple times during sprints because people will ask, what does your channel name mean?
Yeah. Well, if you want the musical interpretation, then you just got to wait for Rhythm of War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dang.
I haven't seen. I want to see the newer one. I have never watched.
I haven't either, but it looks so good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
One of my male coworkers who has a daughter in high school, when it came out, he came in my office and he was like, "Don't tell anybody this, but Little Women was amazing and you should go see it." Okay.
That's funny.
It's cute. Yeah, I'm excited to get to that. I did enjoy her too.
Really good
Rhythm's a very likable character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Emily, was this you or was this another teacher that was teaching Don Quixote? That might have been somebody else. But anyways, are you also teaching an English class in addition to special ed? Because that's pretty impressive. That's a great movie. I didn't even know that it was. Is it a play or is it a book?
Book, isn't it Arthur Miller? I want to say. I'm
That's
pretty
what I
sure I
was
had to
thinking
read that in
too.
11th grade. Was it?
I
I
love
had an
that
excellent
Sanderson
English
has
teacher.
permeated your classroom now. That's amazing.
We read Death of a Salesman. I wish we'd read 12 Angry Men. That would have been way better.
I read Death of a Salesman too.
Yeah, I had to read that at some point.
It was
I think 12
depressing.
Angry Man is a relatively short story.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to say.
We read Our Town.
I read that also.
Yeah, I think I had to read that at some point. I completely forget what it's about, but
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah.
all these high school literature classics.
Mm-hmm.
Catcher in the Rye.
Sometimes I forget that I read it because I remember so little of it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I think I did have to read that, but I have like no recollection of it when I was like 15 years old. I don't remember anything. I guess that one didn't have an impact on me.
Yeah. I had a flashback yesterday in Tiffany's Discord. Penny posted a review of The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. And objectively, it's a good book, but my teacher in high school beat that book to death so bad. I hate it so much. And it's like, she just ruined it. But it was nice to see somebody else enjoy it.
It's weird how much more we enjoy classics when we're older.
Yeah, and
Maybe
I was
because we
always that, yeah, and I was always that kid in school that liked what we read, but she just extended that way too much.
No.
Like,
well, I think it's a testimony that teacher had a pretty diverse selection because there were just some books I really, really, really loved, and some that I just could not care for at all. Like I just remember The Great Gatsby. I could barely remember the plot by the time we got to the quiz for it. It was just like I read the book, but it was just like I did not care for it.
I still.
But there were some other books that I was all in on. So
yeah.
Gosh, like the only thing we read in high school that I was all in on was Hamlet. Everything else I could have just left. I was fine not knowing about them. Yeah. But now I'm glad that I have read them. I just don't remember anything about them.
I vaguely remember that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Yes, we read that too. That was fine. Our teachers too would be like, "You guys are gonna love this," so we'd be excited about it, and we'd be like, "Why would we love this?"
Something that I read in high school that like when I talked to other people, like nobody else read it at that time was The Once and Future King. I read it as a sophomore.
Oh wow.
And like I've no other adult that I've talked to ever had to read that in school. So I'm like, I guess my teacher must have gone rogue and just like picked one that she wanted to do. Because it doesn't seem like it's on a common like high school list. No. I was like totally into it because it's like Arthurian legends and stuff, and I remember really enjoying learning about all the Arthurian legends, and I remember really liking that book.
Yeah, I liked the classics we read, but I didn't enjoy the discussion as much because like at my high school, which I only went there for a year and then I was homeschooled, but they were like, this is how you should view this book. Mm-hmm. But then I got to college and they're like, what do you think? And it's like, oh, this is so nice. And then I got into them more, or like discussing them more. But
yeah. Yes. The new one. What were we talking about?
I might just go get pancakes tomorrow. We were talking about Edge Dancer.
I think she means Little Women.
That must be a
Little
new
Women.
Little Women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we went off on a huge tangent.
Which one?
I know.
Welcome, Michelle.
Oh, you're sick? I'm sorry you're sick.
Oh.
Yes.
We Were the Movie.
Heard of that one.
Ooh. I need to read more by her. I read some essays by her in college and they were great. Yes, it's not required to read Sanderson on Sandersprints, despite the name.
No. I tell people just join it and read whatever.
Yes.
Exactly.
Catch up on your knitting, whatever you got to do.
Yes. Oh, it's not Arthur Miller. Okay. But it is a play.
Okay.
That's a really good one. But I think law dramas are really interesting. One of my favorite movies is A Few Good Men. And that one is so good.
That's a good one.
Ooh. Nice.
I haven't read it either.
I need to reread it. I remember loving it, but it's been so long since I've read it.
I have a copy. I just have not ever read it.
Yeah.
It's super cozy and Christmassy.
It is.
Not that we haven't already talked 12 Angry Men to death, but I always, the jury is such an interesting concept for a drama because you think about it, you take like 12 or however many people from just completely different walks of life, backgrounds, nothing in common, never have met before, completely different values or priorities and everything. And they're in a criminal trial, they're essentially forced to come to a consensus on something, and they all experience the same story. Like a trial is almost like a narrative in the sense that it's a linear presentation. You all experience the same thing, and then you get to sit together and have to agree on how the story ends. And it's a very interesting. I mean, I've been on like two juries, but it's just a really interesting dynamic. And like things like you just think it's like, well, of course everybody's gonna think this, and then it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this. Of course, I was young the last time I was on a jury, so now I'd be a little less surprised that two people can see something and come to completely different conclusions.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes great, and that's 12 Angry Men is although it's got a specific dynamic, well, it's got like the holdout aspect to it, which that you get those on juries. I mean, there was one jury I was on, there was a holdout who held out for days, and it was like 10-2 for like a day or two at one point, and it's just like, oh my goodness. But it's like at the same time you want to, people are trying to be. I mean, everybody disagreed with this position, but people are trying to be respectful and let this person make their own decision. But it's kind of, it's just such an interesting dynamic. Definitely food for stories.
Yes. I find that's a really good distillation of why it's so interesting. You described it perfectly.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about
12 Angry Men is an excellent. I barely remember it all, but it was a really good.
I'm going to see if I can find that. I want to read it now. I literally did not know. I just knew that there was a bunch of movie adaptations of it. All right. Really? Wow.
That is an interesting diversity of subjects.
IEPs are such a nightmare to me. I've only had to do a few, but oh my goodness.
Oh. Well, thank you for doing that. We need teachers like you.
Yeah, the kids benefit from it. No
yeah, that's so impressive. You can balance all of that.
Yeah. I guess now that I'm thinking of it, when I was in grade school, my teachers taught like multiple subjects.
Yeah,
that's common in elementary. I mean, I don't know if every state's the same way, but it's typical. Elementary is non-specialized and secondary is specialized.
You have to teach everything. That's intense.
Man.
As I'm ordering books over here.
Add to cart.
Yes, exactly.
Catch-22 is another one of those high school novels I had to read.
Yes. We did read
one.
that one in class, and it was somewhat entertaining. I think the boys in the class really thought it was funny, in particular.
I tried to read Catch-22 and I hated. I DNF'd it. I hated it. I don't know. I just didn't. I couldn't figure it out.
I think it's a bit long. The ending is good, but I feel like it was a bit long. Like it didn't need to go on that long.
It's been so long, but yeah, I could agree with that. There's a lot of things. The concept is good, but
it's so funny. I haven't read it, but I use the phrase Catch-22 a lot for someone who hasn't read the book.
Well, it's very applicable.
Yeah. I loved Beloved. I read that with my favorite professor in college, and it was so good.
I feel like that's a good book for college. High school, it seems like a little and maybe intense for high schoolers, so I'm a little surprised people read it, but it was good for college.
But I think some kids, though, like, it's nothing new for them.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So, I don't know. Whereas, like, the high school that I went to, like, it would have been like, whoa. But then the school, like, where I taught, it would have been like, we've seen all this kind of thing. So, but it's so good. I need to read more stuff.
Super unique. I've never read anything like Beloved.
It's very memorable.
Yeah. It's like historical literary ghost fiction.
Yeah.
It is like wild.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Scarlet Letter, believe it or not. For some reason I was like one of those rare students that never had a class that did that one. But I did enjoy a lot of Hawthorne, though. Read a lot of his short stories.
I need to reread Hawthorne because I love Adam Bede, which I think that one's based on the Scarlet Letter. And then I haven't read the Scarlet Letter since high school. But I'm not the biggest fan of like American literature.
Yeah, what comes to my mind was Rappaccini's Daughter. I think is Hawthorne.
I need to read his short stories. I haven't.
Yeah, I've read a bunch of his short stories. That's pretty much all I've read about.
American short stories, I think I like better than American novels.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Especially if it's Flannery O'Connor.
Yes. Definitely.
She does such a good job at short stories.
Oh, she does.
That is such a fun book, Tress.
Oh, it really is.
It made my heart so happy when Krista started reading the Stormlight Archives. I was like, you have such a journey ahead of you.
Yeah, those secret projects, I mean, we said it 100 times, but they were like such a breath of fresh air because it was, I feel like after them, like his more recent books, I feel like have kind of taken it up a notch because, you know, I feel like he might have he a little less in the slump. I don't know.
I love you. Yumi has been my favorite one. I actually like Yumi the best. But I tend to be alone in that. Everybody loves Tress the best.
I love Yumi.
Yumi's my favorite.
I love Yumi
so much. I was surprised to hear how many people didn't love it as much as I did.
Me too, because I love Yumi. I love that.
No, I really, I mean, that was one of my favorites of the year. You know, Tress was just so good. They're different books. They're both very charming books in their own respect.
Yeah.
They're delightful, both of them, just for slightly different reasons.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
I think that those books show Sanderson's breadth, though, because it's like he like just like turned out these books, and they're so different from each other, and yet they're all kind of good in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
That is very impressive to get such a wide range of reading levels.
Well, you know, a play is good for that. And as I recall, I don't think the prose is particularly complex in that one. Now, I imagine some of the dynamics and the characters and everything that's going to be harder if you're like at a second degree reading level. But I would think you could, you know, if you have the students act it out. I mean, plays are good for that.
I love that they're getting into it. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You picked the right one in that case.
Yes.
All right.
Rose back on my lap here.
Aw. This has been such a cozy sprint. With all
She just gave a trill for Penny.
Just to let her know she was still here.
That's funny.
Oh.
Praying for you.
It's like 3 special ed classes, all IEPs, a Christmas tree decoration, and Dawn Shard. You know, all.
Yeah. Oh, literally putting you on my prayer list.
We appreciate all your effort because we know it is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not worth your sanity.
Yeah, you have to, because it's. I mean, that is one of the things about like anytime you're caring for people, it's one of those things where like you genuinely do care, but like if you burn the candle at both ends, you're no good to anybody. And like there's some fields where the demand will always be far greater than the supply, and there's like nothing you can change. It's a little tragic in a sense, but you're still doing good.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good teacher.
That's an interesting way to.
That's a really good lesson.
Yeah. Is that a robot? What is that?
He's just sitting on a car.
Oh,
I was like, it took me a second to realize what we were looking at.
I thought it was like a cleaning robot, like that just.
Oh, like the Roomba.
Yeah, like a Roomba or something.
I can't open the door because my husband locked me in. So I can't get out of here. I'm trapped forever.
Send food.
I was like, why can't I come in? My husband needs to unlock the door.
But you know, it's so true when you start getting later in life. Well, I imagine this must be something that therapists have to deal with. It's like, you know, you start to deal with adult problems or like, you know, any type of like, the reality is we don't have all the answers, you know, and good art shouldn't have like an answer anyway in a lot of times. So it's okay to be like, well, I'm really stumped by this.
So true.
I appreciate people more when they're honest and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will try to help you find the answer.
Fiction isn't about finding all the answers. It's about asking lots of questions. That's really like nonfiction is about giving you answers. Whereas fiction is more like ask the questions. Realize that you don't have all the answers.
Or see it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
It's nice to think
about.
Well,
it's okay to stretch yourself, to put yourself in a situation where, hey, I want to do this project and I don't really know how I'm going to do this. And I might even mess it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be upfront with people so that, like, especially when you're paid to do it, that you don't have bad expectations. All right. The zoo is here.
Yeah. And the puppies. Hi.
Hi.
I know. You gotta eat. We need to eat lunch. Huh.
Yeah.
I was gonna put Rose on stream, but she had other ideas. It's like, no, you're not gonna pick me up again. I just know you're gonna give me another one of those pills.
Well, do we want to do another short or do we want to cut it?
I'm fine either way.
Sandra found my Starbucks. It's empty.
Starting the coffee habit early. Or is it chai?
It was a gingerbread latte. If you want to know, it was pretty good. No, we're not gonna open it.
Well,
I'm gonna get going.
Okay.
But this was really lovely. It was really
Good luck
fun.
in your 2024 read of Way of Kings.
Yes. My Way of Kings along.
Journey before destination.
All right. Well, why don't we do like another shorter sprint and then we'll let Victoria go and then we'll come back and just wrap it up.
Okay.
Excellent.
Bye.
Bye, Victoria. And Sandro. Bye, Sandro.
So cute.
So cute. He's so verbal now. It's amazing. Let's see. Want to do like 20 minutes and then that leaves us just a couple minutes to wrap up?
Yes, that was so perfectly timed. I just finished the end of that row.
Oh, perfect.
So satisfying.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in 20 minutes.
Excellent.
Welcome back. How was the last sprint for everybody?
Cozy.
It was good. Finished another chapter, and the next one looks like one that Victoria will eventually enjoy.
Yay.
Haven't read it yet, but just the title screams Victoria. But and then I loaded some interludes onto my phone. It's kind of so these preview chapters are all published on a web page, so you can read them for free, but it's kind of tricky because it's just a whole bunch of web pages, so it's not very easy to put like on a Kindle. And he published all the audio and everything as clips on a web page, but I want to just download them and put in. I've got like an audiobook player on my phone that could play them, but it's just kind of a pain. You got to go fetch them all and stick them on your phone. And
yeah, and then how do you like highlight? You can't really.
Well, you can't. So that's the other thing, because it's all on just a web browser. So I mean, unless you have a browser that lets you annotate, which would be nice. But I've got now Hope wants to join in the party here.
Hello,
Hope.
Aww.
Getting close to her dinner time, so.
Yes, it's definitely my lunchtime. How did did you get more reading done, Stephanie?
I did. I'm finally caught up, so now I just have to read today's chapters. So
yes,
this has been very productive.
Good job.
Excellent.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm at 82%. So
nice.
Nice. I do like the cozy plant and the little candle in the background.
Oh, thank you. This is my whale fin, Sansevieria.
I love it. That's a perfect name for it.
It is. I love it so much. And my living room is nautical themed, so it was like it has to go.
Nice.
I see whale tails above in the pictures. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
I love it.
Yeah. Whales are my favorite.
My office is random computer hardware storage themed. Got some which like a beautiful hard drive that
Oh, that's
saving
lovely.
for some reason. In case I need to store. How big is this thing even? It's probably like 1 terabyte or some absurdly small thing.
I love that nowadays 1 terabyte is incredibly small.
It's just a Library of Congress, it's all.
Right.
Emily got to page 263 and got some more ornaments on the tree. Nice.
Awesome.
Excellent job.
I hope people start posting photos of their decor soon. I love seeing all the Christmas decorations.
Yes. Agreed.
What do you think, Hope? You gonna put up some Christmas trees?
She's like, I would like to see a tree.
Right.
I'm done with the study. Nice. Happy Color. Is that like a game? Like a phone game?
Ooh. That sounds so relaxing.
That does. I know there's some booktubers that I've watched that they listen to audiobooks and play games, and like it's like, oh, that's so cozy. And I think Tiffany does that too, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wait.
Yes.
Emily, you have a channel?
I didn't know that.
I was gonna say, I gotta go find this place.
This is okay. I'm glad it's not just news to me. I was like, I'm such a bad friend.
I feel like a horrible friend.
I do sometimes click through to see if people have channels, but I had never done that with you. I haven't done it in a while. Well, anyways, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I will have to
ooh. Yes. I know. That always shames me on Goodreads when I have so many books on my currently reading.
Oh, look.
Library number.
Well, now you have 178 subscribers.
You found her?
I can't do it on my phone. This is frustrating.
The power of the mouse.
I'm gonna have to find you. Because there's a lot of Emily's, but yours is not popping up. Okay. Honestly, I don't edit either. Hardly at all anymore. So you're in lots of company, and Victoria's recently been posting unedited videos too. Anyways, I should probably get going. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Huge thanks.
Yes, it's been fun.
Yes, this is such a good sprint.
I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it too.
There you are. Sorry, I had to scroll.
Oh, good. Okay. Can you guys send a link in the Instagram chat and I will add it back. Thank you. Excellent. Well, we will hopefully be back next month if we can find a day. I haven't started the scheduling process yet for that.
You just got to finish Rhythm of War, and then we can do.
Yeah.
We can do.
I think it'll be easier.
We can do combined Rhythm of War and Anthem Mad Libs. There you go.
Yes, I know. We had even
talked. We were chatting. Well, Tiff and I were chatting a little bit. Like we can, if people want to be relaxed about the scheduling, right? Because when In Truth is coming out, people are going to have stuff reading. We don't have to start on January 1st. We certainly don't have to read in 1 month. So we can kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
That's a relief.
Yeah,
it's I feel like if it's not fun, what's the point, right?
Yeah, I feel like all the buddy reads are starting January 1st.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because for me, I read Anthem first, and I see all these Cosmere connections. I'm really kind of interested where people just read the Cosmere, what they think when they read Anthem. They'll just think I'm crazy, but that's
I think that'll be fun to look out for, though.
Well, I'm excited, and hopefully we'll see you all soon, and have a great rest of your Saturday.
Yes, for all.
Bye, everyone.